Good morning, good morning. All right. All right, good morning. Okay, this is my first time doing a YouTube live. I've never done this, so please forgive me for any technical difficulties that we might have. I think this is working. I'm hoping that it's working, but we'll see. I don't know. It says that I'm going live, so I'm just gonna get started and hope that somebody is watching. Anyway, I'm Cindy from the Yoga Shack. I'm really excited to be here. Meditation is definitely something that I need personally in my own life. And when I miss a day of meditation, it changes the course of my day, and I notice how it affects me in my life, in all my interactions. I think a lot of times people are afraid of starting a meditation practice simply because it's so uncomfortable. I mean, forget about the physical discomfort of like sitting here, you can't move, your neck, your back, but the mental discomfort of showing up, meeting yourself where you're at, and just noticing the thoughts, noticing that monkey mind, and noticing the type of thoughts that seem to come to us. I know me personally, I tend to get the same habitual thoughts that come to me. So, because this is our first live on Tuesday morning for meditation, I thought that we can start really simple today and give you something that hopefully feels more manageable in the time you're sitting. So the first thing is, where do you sit? How do you sit? So I was always told by my meditation teachers, it does not matter how you place yourself as long as you're comfortable. Because if you're not comfortable to start, you're never going to be able to hold it. So you could sit up against a wall. You can use a cushion. It's not great to lie down because you're going to fall asleep. So it is better to sit upright. Your energy is flowing more. But any kind of upright position, use a chair. Sometimes I meditate on my couch. It really does not matter. That does not define the quality of your meditation. And then the next thing is just make sure you're in a space that warrants meditation. Obviously, you don't want to go out and sit on the side of a highway, and unless you're the Buddha, then maybe that would be possible. But you want to go to a somewhat quiet place, even if you're sitting in your car, someplace that has the least amount of distractions. And the third thing would be to have something near you that can time you. there are some meditation teachers that just sit, they don't use timers, they just kind of like sit until they open their eyes. I am not that person. I need timers, and that's the way my brain works. So you could do what's comfortable for you. For today, obviously I'm guiding you, but when you're on your own, it's helpful to have like a phone, or you can use Insight timer, any kind of meditation timer, or even just the timer on your phone. So now what are we going to do once we're sitting? Okay, so what I'd really like you to work on for our first time together is noticing when you try to control things. So for example, you might be sitting, a thought comes, and you try to control that thought. You try to woo it away. You try to understand it. You label it. You judge it. You try to change it. There's going to be so many ways that you try to manipulate and control what comes to you. I want you to just notice that feeling of wanting to control and let it pass. Just let it pass. Like, notice it. Okay, there's that control. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Let it pass. And it's going to come right back. It's going to be many times things come to you, whether it's the urge to, scratch something, right? Maybe you get like an itch. Maybe it's a feeling that you get, okay? Something that's super uncomfortable. Again, just notice it. Sit with it. Observe the urge to control it. And then I want you to just be with it, okay? Just simply be with it. All right, so let's get comfortable. We'll have a nice long meditation today. Sit up really tall, close your eyes, and we'll start with just the breath. Notice the quality of the breath. Notice the buoyancy of the breath. Notice how the breath moves through you. So just notice it. Notice if you have that feeling of wanting to control it. Just let that pass. We can try to control enough things in our life. Let this meditation just be what it is. Let go of the control. We're breathing in and breathing out. And then notice each breath, almost similar to ocean waves, right? If you're sitting on the beach and you're watching the waves, it just looks continuous, right? It looks continuous, it feels continuous, but each one is separate. Each wave is separate. It comes in, washes away, and another one comes in and washes away. So observe your breath all the way through. Let it finish. And then another one comes. Your breath should feel nice and smooth. It shouldn't feel forced or uneasy. It should feel gentle. And then notice if your body feels fidgety, if your mind is not at ease and it's distressed, maybe thinking or having this aversion to being still. Just notice that. Notice that craving to control just sitting or having to move. Notice that craving to not think certain things. Maybe something comes up for you continuously and it's uncomfortable and raw and it stirs up deeper feelings. Just sit with that. Notice it. Try not to control it, but just let it come up and then it's going to pass. And then each time you notice or you catch yourself trying to control or feeling that craving to control, I want you to just steer your mind just back to the breathing. Just observing that smooth, rhythmic, calming breath. That is your life force. Breathing in and breathing out. Just staying with this breath just a few more moments. Continue to just be an observer. Just observing what shows up. Whether it's a thought, craving, a feeling, just observe it without responding to it. then start to deepen the breathing. So take a nice full deep breath. Pause at the top. And then open the mouth and breathe out. Again, deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and a big ah breath, like AH. And one more time, deep breath in. And a full breath out. Allow the hands to come together. This is a really important part of your meditation practice because it's a way to seal your practice with intentions. We don't just sit and then rush off into our day haphazard, but sealing our practice with loving kindness for ourselves foremost, grateful that we showed up, that we stepped on our mat or whatever you're sitting on, and we met ourselves where we're at. So kudos to us. That's first and foremost, grateful for this opportunity. And then deciding how you're going to bring this practice into the rest of your day. And we call this an intention, like setting an intention for yourself on how you want to show up. How do you want to show up for yourself, for your loved ones, for friends, even for strangers. So I thank you all so much for joining me for our first YouTube Live. Yay! And I really hope you enjoyed this. I think next week I'm going to bring out some singing bowls and we'll try that. If you're interested in a second day, I really love doing this. So let us know in the comments. And please share and please subscribe. It's so important. If you love these, we'd like to continue them. Subscribe. I don't know if it's below or above, but go ahead and subscribe to our channel. And that's it. All right, you are loved. Namaste.